time to drink, time to sing, time to dance later on, but I can't wait for the karaoke from my side. Enjoy guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ever wondered if every click and every trade, every moment, could make a difference? Transform your daily actions into rewards. Start earning now with IUX affiliates.
Time to drink, time to sing, time to dance later on, but I can't wait for the karaoke from my side. Enjoy guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ever wondered if every click and every trade, every moment, could make a difference? Transform your daily actions into rewards. Start earning now with IUX affiliates.
Time to drink, time to sing, time to dance later on, but I can't wait for the karaoke from my side. Enjoy guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ever wondered if every click and every trade, every moment, could make a difference? Transform your daily actions into rewards. Start earning now with IUX affiliates.
Time to drink, time to sing, time to dance later on, but I can't wait for the karaoke from my side. Enjoy guys, thank you so much.
Welcome to IUX Affiliates Workshop 2025. Today's topic is Power of Community, how local traders are building scalable financial ecosystems. Meets our special speaker, Mr. Kernel.
Hi, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you guys are watching from. It's fantastic to see everybody here today. And yes, it is the time of the month where we come together and listen to some great sharing online. My name is Joshua, and I'm going to be your host for this session. And it's a privilege to see everybody here. I see a lot of chats all going through. It is just phenomenal. The chat rooms are just buzzing and it's on fire. So keep those chats coming in, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to hear all of you. Like my voiceover said just now, power of community. Now local traders are building scalable financial ecosystem is today's topic. So definitely it's going to be a very interesting topic. And of course, if you have got any questions, keep those questions coming in. But of course, if you keep on typing, we may not be able to see it after a while. So if you could wait, maybe you can also put it at the side while our speaker is going to share his topic for today. And it's a phenomenal day. So, but I would like to know, where are all of you watching from? That's a great thing. So right now at the chat, can you please tell me where you guys are watching from? Because I'm here in Malaysia. My partner is from, or the speaker is from Ghana. All right, so we, thanks to technology, we can just go anywhere and just enjoy a sharing session wherever we are, or even where the person is from. So type as much as possible. Oh, Mr. Afik says, yeah, I haven't seen you guys. You all went to Langkawi without me. All right, so yes, just keep on typing and tell me where you guys are watching from. A lot of people are watching from Ghana. We've got at KF_259. We got Sam Spicer. We have Emmanuel Spice 7890. We got Stephen Divas from Ghana as well. Max Millen coming all the way from Ghana as well, obviously. And I'm good watching from Germany. Wow. Germany right now would be roughly in the afternoon. Am I right? Yep. I think is CE Mickey Mike or C Mike 8325. And a lot of guardians around. And of course, I don't invite. That's so sad. Oh, you didn't get to go to Langkawi too. Why? That is a good question. Why didn't you get an invitation to Langkawi? Did you hit the KPIs? Did you hit a certain amount? Maybe, I don't know. But hey, you can be at the next event where IUX organizes it. All right, so make sure that you hit those. Oh, we got USA. Wow, we got Tulisi Charles watching from Ghana. We got Simon as well watching from Ghana. But we have Nana K from the USA. It would be in the morning right now, right? About around 11 in the morning, I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. I think you guys will be in the morning, 11 in the morning at this time. So keep those messages coming in. Do remember that every session, at end of every session, there will be a Q&A from me to you so that you can win something. And of course, don't simply go back. Make sure that you do get the information so that you can claim those prizes. Of course, then we'll take a break, and then of that followed by another session, and then we'll have another Q&A session for you to win some more prizes again. But of course, during the Q&A session, only one person can win one prize. All right, so if you want it, give other people another chance. Don't answer the question because it will spoil the whole game. So let other people have the opportunity to win some prizes as well. All right, so yes, everybody, thank you very much for coming on time. Everyone, it is a privilege to host this every single month. And I'm sure that the next time you guys have the opportunity to meet each other, like places like Langkawi or another country for that matter, you would definitely will be called upon to join us. All right, so I didn't get to go, but I saw the video just now. It was phenomenal. a lot of fun, a lot of chit-chatting, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, and of course that is to celebrate the success of everybody. So that is just phenomenal. All right, so our speaker for today is definitely coming all the way from Ghana. That's why a lot of people are watching from Ghana as well. Good support from the Guardians as well. So, and ladies and gentlemen, it is something that it is important, for people to come online and just enjoy the session, and of course support their own countrymen and to support the platform as well. So I think this is something that is really, really good for everybody. But of course, some of you may not know who he is. He is from Accra, Ghana, okay? And he's a professional trader for 5 years in Forex, multiple years in crypto, and of course in stock markets. And tonight he's going to be your speaker, and he's definitely very thrilled, very, very thrilled to share you some valuable insights, golden nuggets. Make sure you got your pen and paper to write it down as well, about trading, the power of community, and how you can boost your gains and change your trading dynamics with IOX for 2026 and beyond. Yeah, man, it's already 2026. Just a few more days, and we're going to go into a new year. All right. So, some people say from Sam Spicer says that he is famous in Ghana. Oh, I'm really honored to be introduced to him, and of course, me introducing him to all of you. And definitely, we got Redeemer here with us, and he's also from Ghana. Fantastic to see all of you. Ghana is in Africa, if you do not know, and I'm going to fly in Africa. If some of you do not know, I will be flying to Africa really, really soon. Not Ghana just yet, but I've been working with some Ghanaians here in Malaysia as well, and it's a privilege to invite a very famous person from Ghana online and to share with all of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring him up online with me, and he's none other than Candlesticks Raymond Asante. All right, so let's bring him up online, and I definitely would like to see him. And there he is, all in purple. Purple, yeah, or maroon. Yeah, he has all the fantastic gardening culture behind him with all the trees, and for me, it sounds like it's a waterfall right beside him. I'm not too sure whether it's right. So, Mr. Candlestick, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Well, you got a lot of supporters online with you, and there's one particular person, Sam Spicer, says that you are very famous in Ghana.
Yeah, the people know me by the works. The people know me by what we do, and yes, we do our best.
Fantastic. All right, so definitely he can hear us, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you can do me a favor, can you give him a virtual clap by just clicking the clap button on your chat and it says hi to say hi to him. And yes, he's one of my greatest mentors. Wow, your mentees are online as well. Original Bright 2798. All right, just said that. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I am going to give the platform to him. And yes, it is all yours, Mr. Candlestick.
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Kernel Sticks, and I'm so much happy that everybody has joined me here today. Good evening, good morning, from every part of the world that you've tuned in. It's a great honor to speak to all of you tonight. My name is Kernel Sticks Raymond Asante, and I'm gonna be your speaker for this few hours. And trust me, the stuff I'm about to share is gonna go a long way to change our ideology and how we go about trading in general, especially associating ourselves to community, and of course, a good trading broker like IUX. Yeah. So if I'm supposed to just go straight ahead to what we'll be discussing, first of all, I'm just going to introduce myself. Um, I started trading actively in 2020 when COVID hit us all. Some of you will know that the world was coming to an end. Yeah, let me just put it that way. And things were really going bad, and everybody was just giving up in life. So some people just were just praying that they won't die. But during that time, I told myself that what can I do to change the next 5 years ahead of me or the next 10 years ahead of me? So guess what? When the whole world was in locked in and people were scared and all, I jumped onto the financial market and I was just trying to learn and appreciate how the whole process is. Now, I I did all the education that you can think of, from learning online, baby pips, to learning on YouTube, to learning any books, anything that I can get my hands on to read. I read it the whole of 2020 to get the whole idea about the business. But before I even went through the education, I had already joined as an investor. I gave my funds to somebody to trade for me. And you know the story. All of the funds just went down to zero. I mean, nothing was left. And that was about $10,000 as at that time. And then I told myself, wow. So if this business can take my $10,000, it means that if I sit my ass well and I learn, I'm definitely going to get the knowledge to even make 10,000 and more. And that's how come I sacrificed the whole of 2020 to learn about trading. And fast forward in 5 years now, I'm sitting right in front of you guys in screens right now to impact into you as a mentor. So over the years, I've also impacted over 1,000 people, taught them the skill, and they are doing so well for themselves now. And I hope that I'll be able to touch a lot more people through all of these platforms, especially that IUX is giving as well. Right. So we will go straight into some of my gains, obviously, my losses. So after the $10,000 loss, I also got an investor who brought me in and on a deal around $50,000. And then I was trading. We were doing well. We were making some money until you all know how trading is. That unfortunate moment. And then I made a loss of about $40,000. And that's really broke me. Like, yeah, it really broke me. You know how it is when you are trying to do something, you're trying to achieve something, and then all of a sudden, poof, everything just crashes. So I was down, I was demotivated. I thought about it several times if I should quit or not. So I mean, it was a very down moment for me in 2023, 2022. But then I sat down again and I said, okay, if this thing has been able to take this much money, if I put my resources together, if I learn well, I definitely would make it back. And from 2022 to now, it's been awesome. The gains, the success. This very year, I was able to complete a house for my mom. I was able to also complete mine, which I'm currently streaming this live from. And I also have my own, car that I move about with. So yeah, it's been successful, and it's my goal that I will push everybody to that level and even more. Right. Mr. Lem, do you want me to go over extra stuff, or you come in at this point? Right. So the journey, it's mixed up of all the joy and all, but some of the most important thing about trading that people people forget about is the fact that this is more of a professional business. It's just like going to the school to learn medicine, going to school to learn engineering, going to school to learn other aspects or other industries. Now, most of us commit about 4 years, 5 years, 6 years to this 2 hour skill. But why is it that when we come into trading, a lot of people don't want to even commit even up to a year? They just want to be successful just right from the go. And I don't blame all of you and I don't blame all of us, because we all start from the social media lifestyle promotion and content. So yes, we just all came in because we felt like somebody has been able to buy this, somebody has been able to achieve this, and so we come in with that mentality that this is what we want. We want to make money, and so we don't really appreciate the process, and we don't really even, some of us, we don't even pay mentors to learn. We don't get mentorship. We just jump onto the market and start to do an online thing. I grew up in a family of 14 children. That should tell you how life has been for me. Life was never easy. And I have a very big saying that I say, Obra Yoko, life is war. Even as a child, I always envisioned a better future. I always knew that I was going to be big. I was going to be successful. But one of the things that I did is that I always looked out for what process am I going to pass on to get to the top. Definitely, I need skill set, I need knowledge, and then, of course, I need exposure to people who invest in me. And that's how I focused on the journey. For about 2 to 3 years, I wasn't really known in the industry. I wasn't really this popular because I was just focused on the learning and all. I'm a second class upper graduate from the KNUST Construction, Technology and Engineering Management program. I completed school in 2019, and guess what? Since 2019, I haven't worked before. That's one of my biggest joy because of trading. Because trading has been able to give me an income. It has made me achieve what I want to achieve that I had to do without work. I was always curious about why and how the financial market moves, because I know for sure not everybody is going to work and not everybody is doing 9 to 5. Some big players are sitting somewhere, they are controlling huge sums of money by just phone calls and all of that. And I used to watch educational movies like and documentaries like The Men Who Built America, and all of these huge documentaries that give me insight that there is a way that money works in this world. People actually think that you just have to wake up and go and work and hustle for the money. But there are some people who have actually sat down to draw how money will be rotated throughout the world. So whether we like it or not, there is a way that money works. And one of the biggest thing I tell people is that this financial market, this trading business, even if you don't want to be a part of it, you need the education in it. Because trust me, this has about, even the Forex industry alone has about $7.7 trillion volume floating in it every 24 hours. So the big question is, how much am I going to make from this 24 hours volume? Obviously, your skill set and your income will tell how much you can make from it. And you can make as much as you want. Somebody makes $1,000 from the market every day. Somebody makes $10,000. Somebody makes $100,000. Somebody makes 1 million. And guess what? All of those are peanut, because we are looking at $7.7 trillion. I used to work as a network marketer with Max International from the USA. Now, I was able to build about 12,000 marketers worldwide. That should tell you how deep I was involved in the business. And it was so good, it was so paying. But then I realized that there's still an industry that can pay even more. So guess what? I started to research and look out for what's really going to really give me that income that I was going to make. And that's how finally I found trading. I used to work every day after vacation in school. I never had a chance to even go home to go and celebrate vacation. Right from JHS, every vacation I go and look for a hustle. I used to work. I used to work at Frosty Bites Ice Cream. I was the cold room stock manager, and I used to pack about 10,000 boxes of ice cream. That story is a bit emotional. Anytime I tend to share it, because there was a moment I nearly died. I was locked up in the fridge. I didn't know. I was passing out gradually and gradually. My hands and everything was frozen. And guess what? They had to bring me out to pour hot water on me before I was able to turn back into human. So, so I have actually seen hustles from all sides of life. So trust me if I tell you that trading is the best hustle. A lot of us know people who wake up to go to the market and all of that to sell and all of that. You know how they are hustlers. But guess what? Not many of them can even make $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month. But guess what? Trading has the potential of giving you that. So why did I enter into trading? Obviously, I knew that this industry is huge. That's point number one. And then I knew that if you learn, nobody on earth can ever take this knowledge from you. I'm going to say this again. Nobody on earth can never take this knowledge from you. And guess what? There will be always constant flow of income in your life. Unless, of course, you quit. And those of you who have worked in companies and other areas before, you will realize that when you have to sit down for somebody to dictate your income, somebody to tell you when they will pay you, somebody to tell you when you will eat, it is serious, because you literally have no control over your life. You can work so hard, you can be the most hardworking person ever, but somebody controls your money. And until the person says, I'm paying you, you don't eat. So trust me, when I say trading is a very good hustle as compared to what I've been through and what I've seen. Now, if you are a Friday born like me, you know for sure that we don't give up. We can cry, yes, of course. We can rest, we can get back a bit, but definitely we bounce back stronger. And that's the point I want to preach into you right now. Whenever you get tired, whenever you feel like you've hit the wall, that's okay. It's part of life. Just relax, sit back, and then re-energize and come. It's just like trading. When there's a resistance on the chart, price tries to break it. It's not able to break it, then it bounces off. It goes on again, bounce off. But definitely and surely, price is going to break it. Just like support in trading. Just before this call, I gave some sells on gold, and gold has just broken all the supports and just tanking. So everything in life it's not going to be the same always. Definitely, when you persist, when you keep up, when you keep on, there's going to be a breakthrough. And that's what I want to tell you today. Keep pushing, keep going through it, keep keep going through the mud. Everything that it is all supposed to make you a better person, not just even in trading, in personal life. Now, when you realize that you are getting near success, it's a very good feeling because you look back and you're like, wow, everything that I went through, everything that was happening, it was shaping me. And then you actually even feel more stronger and better after you win. If you didn't go through any setbacks and all of that, trust me, the win will not be sweet. But when you do, you get a chance to appreciate the process even more. So I remember the first time I made about $1,000 from the market. That was about at that time the rate was like 6 cedi, 7 cedi. So that was like about 7,000 Ghana cedis. I was thinking, and I was just imagining, what job would I have ever done, salary, income, to get that money? Then I started to sit down and appreciate all those moments, all those, all those times that we used to cry when we hit SL and all of that. Then I realized that wow. I told my mentees this: every loss that you are going through, just one win can wipe it all off. And trust me, after that win, you are going to even forget about every loss that you have ever made. So if you are losing in trading or even in life, it means that you are doing something wrong. Okay, so why don't you just come back to the drawing board and then you rather focus on building the skill set, the knowledge, and everything that will help you get over that loss instead of crying and instead of wailing and instead of complaining and instead of saying a lot of things, negative things against your own self. Because trust me, I don't know for you, but me, nobody helped me. And you see, that's how life is. Nobody is expected to help anybody. Our help comes from God. So you have to seek the face of God to help you. And that's how I was able to break through in trading. My mentees know this story. I sat down one full year just watching the market to be able to understand how it works. One full year. I was doing nothing. I was just watching and watching and watching and trying to understand how all this works. And that was a revelation from God because I asked God that I know there's a right way to do this. I know there's a right way to trade. I know there's a discovery I haven't seen yet. Open my eyes to see it. Instead of blaming anybody and instead of crying and instead of just blasting and all of that, I asked for God's mercy and power. And today, I can be able to hit my chest and say, with our strategy, we have about 95% win rate. How did I come about it? I sat down and I learned and I discovered that there is a better way to do it. And that's the message I have for all of you. If you are in trading and if you are not seeing any results, it means that you are doing something wrong. So that's why there is a trading community like the Kernel Trading Group. And that's why we are doing this webinar right now, to enhance and to talk to you more about the power of trading communities, how it is even helping traders like myself to scale up to international platform. You cannot do life alone, just like they say. You can also not do trading alone. So you need a community, and then you need a team. You need people who you can be accountable of, and then you need people who will cheer you on and inspire you. We all get pressured in life by things that we see and all of that. Personally, for me, I take them all as motivation. I never let any pressure get to me. All I ask myself is that if this person has been able to do it, how am I also going to do it? And like I said, you seek the face of God to help you. Because everything, everything in this world is hidden in knowledge and wisdom. So the person who is doing well in everything or something has some knowledge that you don't have. The best thing to do is just go and learn from the person. Now, let's come back to more trading psychology. I told my mentees that people actually look at the money that they are making instead of the trade, the potential of the trade, and all the criteria of it. Before you take a trade, we all know you need to get your entry point, you need to get your stop loss point, and then you need to get your TP, that's your take profits target. Now, after you've done all of this, yours is just to allow the market to play out. But because we are focused on the money and all our thoughts is on the money, we just watch the money and the gains and all, and then we don't really even appreciate the process. So we end up cutting our wins short. And on the other hand, when we are losing, we want to fight it because we don't want to accept to lose. Every human has this feature. We are resistant to losses. No, nobody want to lose. Everybody wants to win. But we are not aware that losing actually tells you that you need to do more, you need to become more, you need to learn more. And definitely, just like one boy is saying, you come back harder. Let me give a typical example. I was in a trade and my stop loss point was supposed to make me lose about $200. But guess what? I was fighting it. I didn't accept the loss. And I had to sit down and watch the trade going into more losses. And my $2,000 account just vanished. Everything just blew off. But I could have capped my losses 10 times lower, come back with a different setup, and obviously win. But guess what? Just that one trade, I was just like fighting it. Yeah. So to those of you who trade live with me, there's this word I say, pinchi cabrochi. It is when we have seen the potential of the trade and it is playing out exactly as it is. So there was this day I gave a trade and I said the trade is going to do about 500 pips. Guess what? It started unfolding 50 pips, 60 pips, 70 pips, 100, 150, 200, 300. Now it was at that point that I felt like, being chica brochi, this thing is going to work. Like, this thing is going to the 500 pip. But guess what? If I had been shaken by some of the psychological things like this money, should I close it? Should I not close it? And probably I'd close it at 100 pips. And I see this jumping into 500 pips. Definitely, I'm going to be mad at myself. I'm going to try and jump into the trade even when it had done 450 because I still feel like there's 50 more to go. So I said this in my last conference in University of Ghana. A lot of us are doing trading wrongly. Why? Because obviously a lot of us we want money. So first of all, we are using capital that's not risk free. We went to do some hustle and then we got some money and then we just put it in our trading account. So obviously we are scared that we lose it all because where we hustled to get the money, it was hard. So definitely from the start, we are wrong because that money is not a risk-free money. Your emotions are so much attached. And so when the trade is just running into some losses, your whole body is just moving. But this is how trading is supposed to be. You have your trading account. You have your risk per trade. You tell yourself, I'm risking. So let's say that you have a $1,000 account. You are risking $20 per trade. That means that you are going to lose 5 times before you lose $100 of your account, which is like 10% of your $1,000. It means that you have to lose another 10 times of that before your whole $1,000 account is gone. So you have about 50 chances. This is how you break down trading. Now, 50 chances. That means that if your strategy even has a win rate of 70% or even 60%, it means that you're going to lose 4 trades out of 10 and you're going to win 6. So now you are risking $20 per trade. If you even take 4 trades and you lose it all, that's $80. That's about 8% of your $1,000 account. Now, because you have a strategy that has a winning rate of 60%, it means that your next 6 trades is going to be all wins. Definitely, once you are risking $20, you may probably want to be targeting a $100 profit. That's like a 1:5 risk to reward. So let's say 6 trades, you win all of them at $100 each. You are now making $600. If you take your $80 loss from the $600 profit, that's $520 profit. You are profitable. But this is so theoretical that when it comes to the practical, after losing the first 2 trades, the 3rd trade, and the 4th trade, you and I know that your energy will be finished. Some of us will be mad, pissed. You just shut your laptop and go away. But that's wrong. That's not trading. Yes, some is saying you will go mad. Some of us will get angry. But you are the same person who said you have a strategy that has 60% win rate. So if you have lost 4 in the beginning, it means that the next 6 you are going to win. So why don't you just continue until you finish all the 10 and see how it's going to turn out? Back to the problem. The problem is that obviously you didn't follow the plan, because if you are losing 4 times and it's only about 8% of your account, you still have so much to recover and even make more wins. But because we don't have all of these calculations, we don't have all of these rules. So Kema Trade says was one of the people that I look up to in this trading business. Now, he taught me that everything that you want to do in trading, print it on a paper and paste it in your room around your trading area, so that whenever you are going off board and then you watch it, it will bring you back on board. Because we are all humans. Definitely, we talk too much. We talk more than we do. So yes, you need a constant reminder, something that will help you get back on track. Now, 4 time loss in a row, that means that, well, I don't know the kind of strategy that you are using, but if you are using my strategy, it's going to be very hard to lose 4 times in a row because we risk about even as little as 10 pips SL for about 100 pips, 200 pips. So let's say I've lost like 2 times. That's about 20 pips. There is no way I'm going to be so mad to continue. I will definitely know that the next trades ahead are going to be wins. And that's how it is. You know, this trading business, okay, a lot of the noise and talking goes into the education and the hype. Just few people like myself are talking about the psychology of trading. And I tell people that don't try to do more than yourself. I see people trying to do 10x, 20x on their account in a short possible time. Now, this is what I have to tell you. If you want to do 10x, it means that you have to do 10 times your normal self. Some of us, even just our own oneself, managing our own oneself is a big deal. So now imagine you trying to do 10 times of your own self that you cannot even manage. So why don't you just keep it at your own pace? You grow your account per trade, you do this, you learn from this. Okay, this is a loss. Why did I hit this loss? You sit, you analyze, you come back in. It is so hard to do because, like I said in the beginning, all of us came in here with the hype to make money and all of that. Trading is the most hardest way to make simple money. And a lot of people overhype it. But trust me, if you really want to make serious income, it's here in trading. And it's in the power of joining the community, the power of having a profitable strategy, and the power of being able to control your own self. Trading is a more advanced way of life. If you cannot do some things in life, you cannot do trading. Because trust me, if you tell yourself that you will do this, you have to do it. In trading, if you tell yourself that this is your trading time, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 11 a.m. you must be there. 5 p.m. you close. These are normal things in life that you have to work on yourself. If you cannot work on this in normal life, you definitely cannot come and do it in trading. So you see, some of my mentees, they come back to me and they're like, boss, so, okay, I want to really do this. I'm investing all of my time to do it. Okay. And just about 2 days or less than a week, this guy is not consistent anymore. And I tell you that it is your own way of life. You have to be able to break that off. If you say you will do something, you do it. If you say you will be there, you get there. If you say, I'm going to put in the work, you put in the work. Regardless of the process, whether you are winning or you are losing. Now, if you are losing more than you are winning, that's when I come in to tell you that your strategy is not good. You have to go back to the drawing board and fix it. Because if you have a winning strategy, like I did the analysis early on, if you even have 60% win rate, that means that you win 6 out of 10 trades. The 4 trades can come at first, or maybe you win 2 first, you lose 2, then you win 2 again, then you lose 2, and then you win the last 2. at the end of the day, you are still profitable. Nobody talks about this aspect of trading. It's all the hype and all the noise. But trust me, this is the basics of trading. If you can be able to work on this, trust me, you are almost 80% profitable in trading. Because, like I said, all that you need in trading is three things: entry, stop loss, and take profit. When you do these three things, you are done. But you know what is hard? When the trade went into profit and it came back down into loss, and then it bounces back up into profit, the human nature in you and I would want to just go and terminate it, because you cannot go through that loss again. But that's where we get it wrong. You set your parameters. You just have to watch it play out. If it plays out, your strategy is good. If it doesn't play out, your strategy is bad. And then you go back to the drawing board to work on your strategy. Nobody is going to push you to do this than a mentor who wants you to succeed. And that's why we are here. And that's why we will continue to be here. We will continue to preach the good message. We will continue to ignore the hype and truly talk about the process, the psychology, and everything that makes trading so great. Now that you have found this community and you are part of us, you will never go alone. You will never walk alone. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but you will never walk alone. Right. So we will come in with some question and answers, obviously, from what I've just taught, spoke about, and obviously a lot of people can make some gifts and souvenirs from it. Remember what I said? Trading is only three things: entry, stop loss, and take profit. The rest is what allow the market to play. Take yourself out of the equation. Even if you want, don't go and watch the chart anymore. But it's so hard to do. Very hard to do. Especially when the money is on some budget. You need that money to solve some urgent problem. It's so serious that you avoid the process. Personally, I've gone through this process a lot of times, and there were moments I closed trade prematurely because I needed the money to solve problems. But guess what? If I had allowed the trade to play out, I would have got extra money, solved the problem, and still have some left. And I tell my team, my mentees, and those who take my signals that if I give a trade, yours is to maximize that trade. I can give about 5 trades a week. You can maximize only one and be done. It doesn't mean that because I'm giving trades all the time, so you have to trade all the time. Just last night, gold sales have done about 1,500 pips. Yeah? And some of my mentees caught it, some of my team caught it. Personally, I joined in a bit late, but then I got my share of it. Trust me, this can be the only trade for the week because it's a big win. And it's from one target to another. But if I had closed that trade prematurely, that's when I will be in a hurry to jump into another trade. But if I had allowed the process hit the target that I wanted it to hit, I'll be done. And I tell people that, you see, in trading, you can actually do more for little or for zero. Or you do little for more. I'm going to say this again. In trading, you can actually do more for little, or you can actually even do little for more. Let me break this down. Like the cells I just mentioned, my mentees are on the call. So KF is saying from one RP to another. If you don't know what RP means, then you're not part of us. Now, if you watch on the 4-hour time frame, you realize that the cells began from somewhere to a target point. All you just have to do is to place just one cell, little work, just one work, and then you make 1,000 pips. Somebody, on the other hand, who doesn't know how we do all of this, might be jumping in as the cells were coming, trying to jump into buys, because obviously the person is also seeing something that's telling him or her to buy. And the person is jumping in and doing more. For what? Little, or even by now, the person's account is blown. Zero. More for zero. Little for more. And the little for more journey is what I'm preaching to you right now. Set the trade, allow it to run. Forget the markets, control your emotions, take charge of yourself. You see, I tell people that if you want to do something well, if you want to do something perfect, or if you want to be good at something, you have to keep on making it better. You have to keep on mastering it. So if you do, or if you place a trade and it's not going the way that you want, it means that the trade hasn't reached mastery. So instead of wailing and crying and all of that, why don't you just look out for what will help you get to the mastery? And how do you get to the mastery? Obviously, by testing, learning from a proven strategy that has a good win rate, and of course, coming back to say, I'm going to do this the right way. If I take the trade, I'm not going to interfere. I'm just going to watch it play out. Whatever the outcome is, I'm just going to take it just as it is. I know it's hard, but that's the right thing to do. And trust me, it will take a bit of you. You'll go through a bit of pain during the process and all of that. But when you hit mastery, and then now you can take the trades back to back, big wins. Now you get bored. You feel like it's too easy. But when those moments of toils and things were coming, it was hard, it was sad. But like I said, when you hit mastery, it becomes so easy. Now my problem, and I think some of my mentees, is that we even miss the moves. So my cameraman right now is my mentee. And then before we started this webinar, he said something that really made me happy. He said that now his joy is that he can even see trades before they play out. And that was a very big moment for me as a mentor, because from zero idea in trading to now celebrating a milestone that, oh, at least if I open the chart, I can see some entries and it plays out exactly as I would have taken that trade. That's a step. Now the next step is he taking it and making the profit, making it in multiples and doing it consistently. That's how you celebrate growth. A lot of people, like I said, they jump into the business because of the social media hype and all of that, and then they don't really want to appreciate the process. They just want to make some wins right now. And guess what? There's this thing that we all know, that the beginners lack. You start and then you start making some money, and all of that, and then you start becoming happy and hyper until the losing days start, and then you realize that wow, I really didn't know anything at all. All my happiness and all of those things, that's not it. So again, let's appreciate the process and rather focus on the growth and the future of trading. It's a big dream to see everybody make so much gains in trading, because trust me, when you get to that level where you have made some success in trading, now the rest is autopilot. When you get to that point where you are successful in trading and your trades are playing out, it feels so good. You feel like you feel like you've reached, right? So okay, all right. So thank you so much. This is the first half. So my boss and host will come in with the questions and answers and give us some gifts, and then we can proceed to the extra things that we want to talk about. Thank you so much. My name is Kernel Sticks. Yeah, so while we wait for Mr. Joshua Kim, I can still take some questions in the chat box. Yeah, you can, if you have any questions that you want to ask. Okay, finally, Mr. Joshua.
Hello. Yeah, that was a very, very in-depth sharing session. I think everybody is like really, really mind-boggled by all the sharing sessions that we had. But of course, if you do have any questions, I'm afraid that because of time constraint, we will not be able to answer them. But of course, we will compile all the questions and hopefully we can answer them offline. And of course, do connect with us so that you can get those answers. But of course, we have questions to all of you and we will love you to answer those questions and win those prizes. All right. So I hope you guys have been listening, and of course, Mr. Candlestick will be more than happy to share while we're trying to get those answers in. Remember, if you do get the answers correctly, give others the opportunity to share. All right, so let's go to the first question for this first part of the Q&A. And let's see what was the question. What is the primary goal of risk management in forex trading? A, to increase the lot size. B, to avoid all losses. C, to protect capital and stay in the market long term. Or D, to trade more frequently. Okay, so yes, while you're trying to answer those questions, well, we've got C from Raymond, B from Muhammad Afiq, and A from Elis Yazana. C from KF underscore 259. All right, so far I got C coming in a lot. All right, so Mr. Candidate, can you tell us what is the answer?
Okay, so surprisingly, it looks like a lot of my mentees are getting it correct because they were paying attention. Now, what's the primary goal of risk management in forex trading? Obviously, you have to protect your capital and stay in the market long term. And that's why in my breakdown, I said that if you have $1,000 account and then you are risking about $20 per trade, you have 50 chances. So that 50 chances is to protect your capital and help you stay in the market long term. So yes, the correct answer is C, to protect
All right,
capital and
so
stay
the
in the
answer
market long
is
term.
C. And looks like Mr. Raymond is the first person to answer it correctly. So congratulations to Mr. Raymond. And you will get a price, and of course, do contact with us online through the email. There'll be an email address written at the bottom of our screen. Let's see which email address we'll be using. Maybe my producer can bring it up. There we go. Is the brahmadath at iux.com. All right. So make sure that you connect with us, Raymond Park. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the rest are still able to answer, but Mr. Raymond, we hope that you gave other people a chance to win it. All right, let's go to our second question. Which factor is the strongest impact on forex market movements? A, company earnings; B, economic data and geopolitical events; C, social media trends, and D, chart colors. So let's see. Wow. Okay. Let me take a look. We're not too sure. I think someone needs to make sure that we got the right answer. A lot of people are going for C and B at this moment of time. A lot of B suddenly. All right. So, Mr. Candlestick, can you please tell us from your expertise what would be the answer for this question?
Yeah, right. So obviously, company earnings cannot really shake the market. If IUX makes a lot of money, it doesn't move the market. And if there are social media trends and noise, it doesn't really move the financial market because the financial market is controlled by great systems and it's not moved by social media noise and hype. It's also not moved by chart colors, obviously. It is moved by economic data and geopolitical events, such as the Russia-Ukraine war that started in 2022, and that has shot gold price up from that time to now. Gold has just been on steroids from there. So yes, the correct answer is economic data and geopolitical events.
All right, so the answer is B. So producer, because the people who are answering are very close to one another. So who's the winner for this question?
Yeah, so
And
I see Gideon Samabia here.
so producer, who is the winner? Because it's quite close. Is it Simon or is it Edward Benjamin?
So yes, Edward Benjamin came and then
Yeah, I think it's
Gideon
Edward Benjamin.
Samabia.
Yeah, I think Edward
Yes,
Benjamin,
yes,
you're the
yes.
winner. So can you please reach out to Brahmadath at iux.com, and they'll be more than happy to give you those answers. All right. So those are the first two questions for the first Q&A session. We're going to take a break for 10 minutes, giving him Candlestick some time to drink some water. Of course, for those who need to go and use the toilet, please go and do so. And we will be back in 10 minutes. Okay. All right, so the time right now here in Malaysia is 12:17, but of course we're gonna have a timer. We will see you back here at your time at 27. All right, so if you have 6 hours difference, means you will be seeing me again and Mr. Candlestick at 6:20, about around 6:30. All right, so we will see you soon. Have a break, and we will see you in the second session.
Right.
Ever wondered if every click and every trade, every moment, could make a difference? Transform your daily actions into rewards. Start earning now with IUX affiliates.
time to drink, time to sing, time to dance later on, but I can't wait for the karaoke from my side. Enjoy guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ever wondered if every click and every trade, every moment, could make a difference? Transform your daily actions into rewards. Start earning now with IUX affiliates.
Time to drink, time to sing, time to dance later on, but I can't wait for the karaoke from my side. Enjoy guys, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ever wondered if every click and every trade, every moment, could make a difference? Transform your daily actions into rewards. Start earning now with IUX affiliates.
All right, yes, we are back. I hope everybody's back as well. I hope you guys have already, well, refreshed yourself, whether you're having a little snack or even just going to the gents or the ladies. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here for the second session with Mr. Candlestick. And of course, he's going to talk a little bit more about what he has in store for all of us. So before we continue, I would love to hear from all of you. Can you please type one and press enter so that I know that you are here with us. Mr. I think it was Mr. or Miss. I think Mr. Kamatratis Treats. Kamatrates, I think. Yeah, Kamatrates. I think you got some question. You can type it, see whether Mr. Candlestick has time to answer it because he only has about around 30 minutes because we would like to finish on time so that we can release people on time as well because everybody's watching from different time zones. Like, for example, like me, I've already passed midnight here in Malaysia. Wow. So for those who are watching from Malaysia or from Southeast Asia, we would be, well, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So we would like to make sure that everybody has the equal opportunity to listen to Mr. Candlestick. But of course, the most important thing is to finish on time so that everybody can rest as well. Good. Fantastic. These people are fantastic. They listen to instructions. And sometimes I would get guests where they don't even answer me at all. So fantastic. Kudos to all of you. All right. So without further ado, I would like to bring up Mr. Candlestick live with me and to continue with the second session. So Mr. Candlestick, you only have 30 minutes to actually share the second session. We hope that we can finish at about your time will be around 6 in the afternoon. Is that right? And then we definitely would open again for the Q&A where we'll give you our prizes. And of course, we would like to announce some other announcements. And of course, we'll see you in the next session. All right. So, Mr. Candlestick, you are up right here live once again.
Okay. Thank you so much and welcome back. Thank you all for joining and tuning in. I've received a lot of comments and chats. My phone is buzzing. It means that we are doing something good here. And I appreciate you all for staying. Now let's just go straight into some of the tactical things about trading. Now, why does the community matter? It matters because obviously you're going to get connected to traders, like-minded people. You will share the same ideas. You all believe in the same process, vision, and that's why you should join a community. Now, how do you build financial literacy? Now, a lot of the ways to go about it is obviously what we are doing right now, workshops and webinars, where you get to learn directly from your mentor or directly from someone who has upper knowledge and skill set in the industry that you are in. Also, mentorship programs, like I mentioned, you need to subscribe to somebody who is doing it right to teach you the right way to do it. We also have shared tools and resources, books, podcasts, and all of that that will help you to learn about the financial market. Now, also, like I mentioned early on, access to capital and funding. I advise people that when you start trading, okay, yours is get the skill set right. After that, you connect to other hustles that you do, get an income that you want to really start your business with. So you say, this is the mass I would give about it. Let's say you have a job that pays you about 5,000 Ghana cedis. You save up, let's say, thousand and more cedis. And then let's say about 5 months, you have 5,000. Then you put that into your trading account. Now, mind you, that's not the money that you are going to survive on. So when you are trading that 5,000 cedis, you trade it professionally. But if you put all of the 5,000 salary into it, when you are trading it, obviously your emotions are going to be high, and that's how you will lose out. I tell people this: the market is just easy with a skill set and all. The market makes us ride on our emotions. So if you watch most of your trades that you take, the setup is good and all of that, but there was something that made you lose that trade, or there was something that made you cut the profit. Emotions. So if you get your free risk-free funds, definitely you can trade properly. Obviously, those of us who want to scale up to their prop firms available and all, where you can purchase with a small amount, make some money, then you come and put into your trading broker account. And what really pushed me to this level, investors funds. Now, how do you get investors funds? Obviously, you have to push out your work. People must see what you are doing. So even if you have been able to raise $10 to $100 in 2 months, you have been able to raise $100 to $1,000 in 2 months. Consistent gains. I'm not talking about high risk trades and all of that. You see, my mentor tells me that if you have something, or if you are doing something that is not duplicable, then it's not a system. If you have something, or if you are doing something that is not duplicable, it's not a system. So if you are able to do 100 to 1,000 only once, or you're able to do it only twice, no, that's not a system. You should be able to do it 10 times, 20 times. Then you know that, okay, this is a system. So if you are bringing any investors' money, you know what you are about, right? And then also funding of opportunities, profits from business, any salary, maybe somebody dashes some money, you save it all up, and then you put it all together into your trading account. Mentorship and emotional support. When you have a mentor like me, you know definitely for sure you have somebody you can rely on, because definitely your emotions are my emotions. We have sessions with my mentees where I just let them speak their feelings, because it's very important. If you ignore them, you cannot grow in this business. And what I also do is that I match them to each other, so they have accountability partners. Very important to do, so that you can track your progress and your growth. Now, technology and innovation is coming in, and those of you who know, I am running a copy trading system that can just duplicate my trades to your account. There's more EAs, there is more analytical tools that can help you build sustainable growth in this business. Use them to your advantage and get in touch. Of course, if you want to join my copy trading system, that also relieves you from a bit of losses in your beginnings. Because in the beginning, if you lose like that, you just want to give up. But we don't want you to give up. Right? Now, liquidity and market stability. Increased population in trading right now is making the market very volatile. Those of you who have been with us for like 2 years and more, you realize that gold wasn't this volatile and crazy. Just about 4 months ago, from September coming down to December, gold has just been on crazy steroids. Back in the days, it was hard for even gold to do about 500 pips a day. Just like I was saying, just last night to now, it's done over 1,500 pips. Insane. There was back in the days, last month and two, it did about 2,000 pips in a day. So that should tell you that the market is changing. So you just adapt to it. Now, strong risk management. I don't know how I can really like talk about this to touch you, but trust me, risk management is what will keep you in this business. I don't know any local business that says that, oh, let me just risk all my capital and see how far I can go. You know for sure, when when we were growing up, personally for me, when I was growing up, all the businesses and companies and things I know, they don't just risk all their capital. So if you are doing that in trading, then obviously you are not doing it the right way. If you are just trying to see how you can blow up and see, no, 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 that's not how it works. You have to practice proper risk management. Okay, I'm risking this for this, I'm risking this for that, and you do it consistently always. That's how you build sustainable growth and profit in trading. Now, how do you beat the odds? While many trading, how about 90% traders lose because of trying to beat the odds, trying to flip and all of that. You have to reduce isolated try and error. I told you, if you cannot do it more than 10 times, it's not a system. If it's not duplicable, it's not a system. If you cannot teach somebody to do the same thing, it's not a system. A system is something that is proven over time, right? And obviously, you have to increase your winning rate. And like I said in the first half, if you are trading and you are losing more than you are winning, then it means that your strategy is wrong. Something is wrong. Go back, you fix it before you come back. Right. Now, how do you make money from internal investments in trading? Profits can be generated through your community trading often fund like local businesses, your own business that you are running somewhere, educational projects, community programs. I mean, you see, the whole business of trading was not made for the normal people. I told every student of mine, I told them this. The normal business of trading wasn't made for us. That's why the standard lot size is represented by $100,000. So it means that you needed $100,000 before you can even trade. So if you don't have $100,000 and you are lucky to have a broker to give you a leverage, a push or pump of your money, to be able to get a trading power, to be here to trade, then you have to trade accordingly, right? You have to trade with a system, you have to trade with a proven win rate, and obviously proper risk management. Now, in summary, all I'm going to tell you is that communities have created knowledge, support, capital, innovation, and economical impact. Now, next year, um, the Kernel Trading Group is going to really come out more loud to support community projects and growth. We will give back to the society and the needy. And that's how, if you, I mean, if it's a passion, if it's something that you always wanted to do, you can come in as a group where we all contribute to that project. And how will you do that? You only have to do that, or you can be able to do that if you are a part of our community. And so this is the reason why the community is very, very needed. Now, let's go on to some of the deep secret that people don't say in trading. I told you point blank that this business is not for us. That means that if you are trading, you have to trade along with the banks. If the banks are going buys, you join them. If banks are going buys and you are probably thinking you can do some skirmishes of sales, definitely you are going to lose your money. Now, trading is more of like an attitude, a way of life. The things that you take lightly, if you bring that here, you're going to lose. I told people in a conference that the way we are even trading is wrong. Why? Some of us are using a phone that has a cracked screen, the touch is not working, and all of that. That's no problem. Obviously, if you make profit, change that phone, get a better processing phone. Because the trading business are using supercomputers, mini computers, large frame computers to read every movement of price. And that's what we see on our MetaTrader 4 and 5. So please, you have to invest in the device that you're using to trade. Then, obviously, after you have that, you have to set up a schedule for yourself. If you are working at any company, I'm not sure you can wake up and go to work anytime. There's a specific time you have to go to work, and then when you go, your boss or your supervisor gives you a breakdown of what you are supposed to do. So the same thing here. When you in 2026, starting 2026, draw a schedule for yourself. Okay, I wake up 5 a.m. every day to start my trading. 5 a.m. I wake up, I pray to God, and then I clean up, come and sit behind my setup. I do my analysis, and then I just wait for price to get to my POIs. That's system. Then after you say you are waiting for price to get to your POS, you sit down and then you wait for price to get there. Because that's what you said. You said you are waiting for price to get there. Now there are some days the market will play some games and all of that. They will try to come to your POI, they will miss it, they will miss it by some pips and all. That's okay. You said you are waiting for market to come to your POI. So wait. And guess what? Those days that you will miss and all of that, the days that you won't miss, you will make it up for all the days that you missed the trips. Again, the days that you missed, the day you didn't miss, you will make up for all the days that you missed. And that's one good quality trade, two, three can make it up for all the lost moments. So you create a system, then you stick with it. You say, okay, this is the system, and I'm going to sit and watch it play out exactly how I said. Now, after that, you measure your progress in percentages. A lot of people don't talk about this, but it is very important that you measure your progress in percentages instead of the money. Now, in Ghana, every bank or financial institutions here pay as much as 1 to 2% interest rate on any fixed income that you put somewhere. 1 to 2% a month. Now, let's use that as a guide. I don't know for the UK and for other countries, but it could be less or more. But use that as a guide. And even use traditional businesses as a guide. Those who don't know CEOs or you don't have friends who are CEOs, try and get to them and ask them, okay, this is your business. How much returns do you make monthly? They tell you, and then you sit down, you make your maths and your calculations. Now, if you can make 5% growth on your capital every month, that's serious progress. Very serious. If you Some of us can even make about 10% in a day. Some of us make like 20% in 2 days, in a week. 20% account growth. But guess what? Because again, your capital is small. Let's say it's $1,000 or it's a $500 or it's a $200. So because of that, you're not really seeing the gains properly. But you see, what you are missing out is that you are building a portfolio, a system where you can show to an investor. Every investor that sees 10% growth consistently for 1 year, I'm telling you for a fact, the person will invest in you. And I gave this bet when I did my conference the last time. I told them that if anybody can do 40%, or let's say 10% to 40% consistently every month, I have a job for the person. Yeah, that's how you measure the growth. You see, a lot of people and the social media is making trading wrong and telling us a whole lot of lies. Trading is real life. Nothing is made exponentially without less risk. Let me repeat that again. Nothing is made exponentially without high risk. Or let's say if you say you want to play it safe or low risk, you cannot make exponential gains. So if anybody is making 100x and 20x and whatever x, it means that the person is risking hugely. And you know one thing about that? A win rate is the factor. They can win about nine. They lose one and it wipes all the win and even their capital. So the best point is why don't you just grow it gradually with your process in percentage wise? And guess what? Maybe after you've made some gains and profit, you can just take some out and just go and risk it and see how big and how huge it's gonna go. That's exactly the way of life. That's exactly how life goes about. If you play that games, then obviously, of course, maybe you have a way to come back up again. But if not, please practice risk management properly. So we have about 13 minutes to go, and so we use more for questions and answers. I know Mr. Lim is ready for us, so I'm gonna I'm gonna hand over to him. I know for sure that this is not going to be the first and last of our seminars. We're going to host even more to enlighten us more on the benefits of being a profitable trader.
Yeah, definitely risk management is very, very important. I mean, if you don't get that right, you are going down a huge rabbit hole. Of course, it's a slippery slope after that. So, I'm sure that during the discussion, you got a lot of golden nuggets. Get connected with the kind of stake. Definitely, he's going to be more than happy to answer your questions offline. But of course, be under him, especially when you're in Ghana. Go and connect with him. Be under his mentorship. Make sure that you learn the right tips. Make sure that you are doing the right thing. Well, not everything is perfect, but of course, it's called risk management, and so you need to get that done as well. All right, so we're going to go to our Q&A session. I hope that all of you have learned something very, very much. Go and find Mr. Candlestick's LinkedIn or Facebook, write to him, and tell him what definitely tell him that he has done a fantastic job and appreciate him at the same time. All right, so let's go to our Q&A, which is our third question for today's session. And let's go to our third question. And if my producer could bring up the question so that we could answer our viewers the question, and of course you'll be winning exclusive souvenirs. All right, so let's bring up the third question for today. All right, here we go. And which is the first question for this half of the session, which is which of the following is a key strength of trading with IUX? Random trade signal, bonus driven trading, fast execution and tight spreads, manual order processing. All right, wow, that was really fast. Minsam Thompson said C. Whew, that was really quick. Hopefully it's correct. KF underscore 259 says C as well. And who else? Who else is asking? Anyone else wanting to try original Bright 2798? Kobe 2379. Oh, CCC. Looks like C. Oh, Ilasya Zana Muhammad Morhani. You said it's A. Looks like you're the only one standing with A, and you got Muhammad. I think the answer should be C, since everybody's saying that. Is that right, Mr. Candlestick?
Yes, that's one of the the most important thing in trading: fast execution and tight spreads, and that's what IUS offers. And yes, the correct
All
answer
right,
is
so
C.
let's see. And the winner's name is Mensa Thompson. Mr. Thompson, you are the winner. So please connect with with our colleague, Mr. Bah, and Bahamadas at iux.com. And of course, get your exclusive souvenirs from IUX. Congratulations. All right, let's go to our second question or our fourth question for today. And our second question is: what does IUX focus on to support traders and partners? Short-term hype strategies, high-risk bonus schemes, C platform reliability, execution speed and support, and the automated guaranteed profits. All right, so let's see. We have, I think, C again. Yeah, usually, right, when you don't know the answer, that's what I do during the exams. I will always choose the answer which is the longest. That's like the easiest. So if you don't know the answer, usually I'll choose the longest. So platform reliability, execution, and support. Is that right? If you can just
Yeah. So again, if you are trading with a platform, it must be reliable. So yes, platform reliability, execution speed, and support is very important. So the correct answer is C. And the winner, wow,
is
I don't know if you can see.
Winifred? Is it Winifred? Winifred
Yes,
Santi.
Winifred. So the winner is Winifred Asantua. Wow, that's amazing.
Congratulations.
Uh,
I think the
Finally, we have a lady who is also winning.
yeah, that's right. I think the
Yeah.
figures are so much faster than me reading questions. I think we have a final question, right? Do we have a final question, producer, or that's the final question? You have another question? Oh, that's the final question. Okay. All right. So looks like we've come to the end of our session for today. And thank you very much, Mr. Stick, for being here with us. Coming all the way from Ghana, and thanks to technology, that's why we have you online. It's a privilege for me to, have this first interview with a Gundan, and definitely it's something which is really, really good. I will be flying to a country in Africa in the month of February. Hopefully, I'll get to visit Ghana very, very soon. And hopefully, I can get to meet Mr. Candlestick as well. All right, before we let him go and before we end the session, any last words, Mr. Candlestick, from you to our viewers?
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to really appreciate IUX for this opportunity. Um, People need to hear more of this. People need to see more of this. And so we would appreciate if you bring more of this for the people because, like I said, trading is more psychological. Getting it right is what will keep you long term in it. And a platform like iOS, the education and teachings is definitely what's going to put people on the right path. And to all the traders out there, let 2026 be the year that you say, I redefined my trading journey. I did it right. I followed the process. I am throwing in a challenge to you. Do it right and come back 2027 and come and ask me, why didn't it go well? If you did it right and it didn't go well the whole of 2026, then you can come back and challenge me. But if you did it right, I can assure you for a fact that you will be profitable in trading.
All right, so that's the last statement from Ms. Candlestick, and of course from us, the producers, and of course the team behind the scenes. If you do not know, there's a huge team behind trying to get everything right. All right, so
Yeah.
thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next series. And if I don't see you on the 1st of January 2026, well, Happy New Year, everybody, and have a fantastic 2026. On behalf of IUX, see you next month.